Welcome back, focused learners. Okay, today we're looking at something absolutely incredibly powerful. We are completely dissecting the anatomy of a perfect AI video prompt. Specifically, we're analyzing a ready-to-use, meticulously crafted blueprint designed to generate a stunning, cinematic, 10-minute documentary about Ireland. Now, if you've ever wondered how top creators actually get AI to produce consistent, beautiful, highly structured video, without the AI hallucinating, giving people seven fingers, and completely going off the rails, you are definitely in the right place. We're going to look right at the source code of this prompt and break down exactly why it works so well. Let's dive right into this explainer. We're going to deconstruct this prompt through 6 key areas: the core anatomy, setting the scene, pacing the narrative, adding that vital human element, the secret sauce of visual style, and finally, how to adapt this masterpiece for your own work. All right, Section 1, the anatomy of an AI prompt. Generating breathtaking video isn't just about getting lucky. It's all about providing the AI with a meticulous, structured blueprint. Let's look at the macro framework. The very first instruction here is to create a 10-minute cinematic travel documentary about Ireland, set in a 16:9 aspect ratio with English narration. Why does this matter? Well, establishing these exact parameters right away gives the AI its strict foundational boundaries before any of the fun creative details are even introduced. You're locking in the length, the shape, the language. And because this framework relies on clear, structured text rather than platform-specific code, it's what we call platform agnostic, meaning it works seamlessly across Sora, Runway, Kling, InVideo, whatever tool you happen to prefer. Moving into Section 2, let's talk about setting the scene. The opening of your generation dictates absolutely everything because it establishes the baseline world for your viewer. Look at how this prompt handles the crucial opening block, timestamped specifically from 0 to 1 minute. Notice how it doesn't just say, show Ireland. No, it asks for an aerial drone shot at sunrise over the cliffs of Moher. It uses incredibly specific, vivid sensory language. It actually commands the AI to include dramatic ocean waves crashing below and golden light breaking through clouds. But using these exact phrases, the prompt literally forces the AI to create a very specific, majestic atmosphere right out of the gate. It's like you're practically handing the AI a professional cinematographer's shot list. But hey, it's not just about the visuals, right? The prompt explicitly scripts the audio and text elements for this opening too. It dictates the exact title card, Ireland, the Emerald Isle. Then it commands a calm male narrator with a soft Irish accent to deliver this exact opening hook. Welcome to Ireland, a land where ancient history meets breathtaking nature. By giving the AI the actual script, it ensures the visual generation is perfectly anchored to the spoken words, creating this wildly cohesive, professional opening. Okay, on to Section 3, pacing the narrative. Now, what's really interesting here is how the prompt maps out a rigid timeline, because let's face it, left to its own devices, AI will just mash random ideas together. This prompt solves that chaos through brilliant structural piecing. It divides the 10-minute runtime into distinct, time-stamped chapters. We go from the opening to a block dedicated entirely to nature and landscapes at the 1-minute mark. Then at 3:30, it shifts beautifully to cities and culture. At 6, we dive into history and heritage, followed by food and people at 8:30, and finally a dedicated closing block at 9:30. This rigid timeline absolutely prevents the AI from meandering. It forces a logical progression, taking us from wide natural landscapes into bustling cities, deep history, and finally intimate culture. And within that timeline, a perfect prompt acts as a virtual director. It purposefully contrasts macro pacing, like those sweeping aerial shots of the Ring of Kerry and the Giant's Causeway, with micro pacing, where we drop down into a kinetic time-lapse of Dublin's Halfpenny Bridge at dusk, or inside cozy pub interiors. Varying those camera angles and techniques, from slow sweeping drones to fast time-lapses, that is exactly how you keep a 10-minute explainer incredibly dynamic and engaging. You also achieve that high-end quality by using specific AI anchors. Instead of vaguely asking the AI for old buildings, which, let's be honest, might get you a blurry castle from a 90s video game, this prompt feeds the system highly specific famous landmarks. The Connemara Mountains, the Wild Atlantic Way, the Newgrange Ancient Tomb, the Rock of Cashel, the Book of Kells, the Trinity College Library. Look, AI models are trained on vast amounts of image data. So by naming these specific places, you pretty much guarantee recognizable, high-quality, and historically accurate generations. All right, Section 4, the human element. This is all about how the prompt commands the machine to generate actual emotion and cultural warmth. So how exactly does a text prompt command a machine to generate genuine emotion, something AI notoriously struggles with? Well, it does it by explicitly demanding it. The prompt actually instructs the AI to show local people laughing, chatting, genuine warmth. That phrase, genuine warmth, is absolutely crucial here. It guides the AI to prioritize positive facial expressions and authentic community interactions over just rendering sterile, empty environments. You literally have to tell the AI the exact feeling you want the people to project. And you build that warmth through human-scale details. We're talking close-ups of Irish stew being served, a perfect Guinness being poured, traditional musicians playing the fiddle and the bodhrán. It features a farmer with his dog, children playing on a beach. These micro details are a real game changer because they ground the sweeping, epic documentary in relatable, sensory human experiences. It's not just about the epic landscape, it's about the feeling of actually being there, sitting in that pub and seeing that perfect pour. Section 5 brings us to the climax of our analysis, the secret sauce, style. These are the overarching commands that tie every separate section of the generation together. At the very end of the prompt, there is a dedicated section called Style Notes. Think of these as the critical constraints that act as an umbrella over the entire project. Without these overarching style notes, an AI might generate a total chaotic mix. Maybe one scene looks like a gritty 1980s VHS tape, and the very next looks like a crisp, modern smartphone video. These notes unify the visual and auditory generation, making sure the illusion of a cohesive documentary never breaks. Let's break those style notes down, starting with the visual directives. The prompt asks for a cinematic 24 frames per second feel and rich color grading, specifically calling out deep greens, warm golds, moody blues, along with smooth transitions. Specifying 24 FPS, which is the standard frame rate for traditional film, and defining an exact color palette acts as a total technical cheat code. It ensures the AI output looks like high-end cinema rather than a cheap home video. It gives the whole 10 minutes a beautifully unified, premium gloss. But here's the thing. A master-level prompt doesn't just describe what we see. It explicitly directs the sound design, too. The audio directives call for ambient Irish instrumental music underneath narration and specifically list natural sound design elements like waves, wind, pub chatter, birds. It's directly telling the AI to layer the music, the voiceover, and the ambient natural sounds to create total multisensory immersion for the viewer. Finally, Section 6, Adapting Your Masterpiece. Let's focus on how you can apply this structured framework to your own projects. First, you have to stick the landing. This prompt crafts a perfect, highly emotional closing block. It instructs the AI to generate a final, sweeping drone shot pulling back from a lone cottage on a cliff edge, sunset painting the sky orange and purple over the Atlantic. And then it pairs that gorgeous fade-to-black visual with an incredible narrator sign-off. Ireland isn't just a place you visit, it's a feeling you carry home. By structuring your prompt to end on a resonant, scripted note like that, you ensure the viewer leaves truly impacted. And, as the source material reminds us, adjust the narrator voice and tone depending on what tool you're using. This highly structured, time-stamped approach is completely adaptable. Whether you want a booming, dramatic, theatrical voice or a soft, intimate, conversational one, you simply swap out the text instructions based on the specific capabilities of the AI tool you're working with. The foundational framework remains rock solid. You're really just painting it with different colors. Which leaves us with a final provocative thought, straight from the source. Want me to tweak this for a specific platform? Think about it for a second. You now have the exact anatomy. You've got the macro framework, the vivid sensory language, the strict pacing, the specific visual anchors, the human element, and those crucial overarching style notes. So how will you take this masterclass blueprint, tweak it, and adapt it to direct your very own AI masterpiece? The tools are out there, just waiting for your instructions. Keep learning, keep experimenting, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.